Today I'll be reviewing something a little bit different. These are Viking style axes from Royal Knives. Now Royal Knives is a manufacturer or vendor out of Pakistan who goes on eBay under the vendor name Royal Damascus 10. I was able to pick this up quite cheap. The delivery shipping was reasonable and it got here in 4 days, delivered to my door. That impressed the heck right out of me. So let's get down to what this is all about, quality. Royal Damascus sells these Royal Knives. This is hand forged 5160 spring steel, hand forged. Nice hardwood handle. It is a nice hardwood with a nice tight grain, similar to something like hickory it looks, but I have no idea really what kind of wood it is. The axe heads are like I said, 5160 steel. They look well made, shaped well. As you can see, they narrow down quickly towards the edge. It's quite sharp. This they call this a Dane style, a Viking Dane axe, because the head is shaped similar to the Dane style axes. The only difference is Dane axes usually were quite a bit longer, 4 feet, 5 feet anyway. But I guess just the style of this head. This thing is, let's see, 2 pounds, 2.5 ounces total weight of the whole axe. The length is 18.5 inches from here to here. 6 inches, I believe, of cutting edge here. Now, like all proper axes, the end of the haft has been grooved and a wedge driven in. That's fairly typical for most axes. Now this looks like they have filled in any gaps or spaces or smoothed it over somehow, and actually maybe even bonded it right to the wood with some kind of epoxy. You can see a little bit of the epoxy hardened around the bottom of the axe head here, and they've managed to polish this top nice and smooth with the epoxy in there. My concern would be whether or not the epoxy they use in this would maybe crack or crumble or something under normal use. I'm sure they do it to give it a nice firm head and to secure it here, but I'm going to go out and use this axe a bit, hit a few things with it, and see how the epoxy that's in there holds up. I mean, it is properly wedged with a nice wide wedge in there, so it shouldn't be a problem as an issue with the head coming off or anything like that. It is properly constructed. I'm just curious about the epoxy they've put on this. I was impressed enough with this axe when I got it that right away I ordered 2 more from Royal Damascus 10. They also came with the sheaths. I ordered this one, which they call a long bearded Viking axe. Now, it does have a bearded style. Some say that a true bearded axe has the square clip at the bottom, but generally any axe that has this kind of overhang here, they refer to as a bearded axe. Now this is a big axe. This thing is 23 inches long. It weighs in at 2 pounds and 8 ounces, so it's quite heavy. You'd have to be a big man to wield this effectively in battle. And the third axe I ordered is this nice little, which Royal Damascus 10 calls a Celtic Viking axe. And this one is this one is 20 inches long altogether from here to here, and it weighs in at 1 pound 8.5 ounces, so it's quite a bit lighter than the other two, and it has a straight haft, as you can see, straight round haft. Again, a nice hardwood, and again wedged in the construction of it, and again with the leather sheath that comes with. A little bit of tooling on the sheath. They all have this spacer stitched in through to give room for the axe head blade, and they actually loop through this way through the belt. So Now I can't vouch for the knives that come from Royal Knives in Pakistan because I don't own one. All the reviews and feedback I see for the axes, however, is all good. So judge for yourself if you decide you want to buy a knife from them. I can vouch for the axes. I'm going to go out and see if we can't use one a bit. Don't have anybody to hit or chop up, so we're going to just smack it against some wood and see how it holds up. Well, that was fun. As you can see in the video, I chopped a bit of dead hardwood. It's good solid wood, and the axe was sharp enough to handle it and sturdy enough to stand up to it. I also tried my hand at a little bit of throwing. I'm not an axe thrower. I've never thrown an axe in my life, but I think I'm going to build myself a target in the backyard and actually learn how to throw this a little better than that. That was a lot of fun. And as you can see, the axe held up well. I'm going to show you a couple of clips here of slow motion of the axe hitting the tree and not sticking in. Even one throw it even happened to hit in. It fell and hit rocks and all kinds of stuff. The blade is perfectly intact, and the handle, there's no chips or splinters or anything in the handle. The head didn't come loose. Once you see these outtakes here of the axe hitting the tree there, I think you'll agree that that's a pretty well made axe. I'm quite happy with them. So there you go. Viking style axes from Royal Damascus, Royal Knives in Pakistan. Not a bad deal at all.